Morning, guys. Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training and Duque. We just got out of the truck right now. He's all excited. So instead of hitting this right away, I'm going to go ahead and burn off some energy and let him have some play toys. Duque. Yes. Everything is pattern and routine. So you'll start to see some pattern and routine. But as we build on pattern and routine and we get what we want to out of that pattern and routine, there's a point that we start trying to break pattern, is what I call it. So if I come out here every morning, good boy, Dookie, you gotta go potty, come on, we're done, good boy, you go potty, go on. If I come out here every morning and right away go to burning off energy, he's gonna come out and his whole energy level is gonna be very high, and I'm gonna have to do that almost every time. And if I try to get into working right away, he's not gonna give it to me because he's so used to burning off the energy, right? Behaviors, right? Pattern, routine, it's all important. So we'll break pattern a little bit. There'll be times that I'll come out here in the morning and, Duque, you ready? You ready? Get it. Go, boy. And we'll play with the dog. Or there'll be times that I come out and I just do relax time and do potty break. And I'll break routine. I won't come out and do just exactly the same thing every time. And I'm aware of his energy levels and what he's giving me in that respect. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I've got a dog that you've seen me working, Legend, that Black Shepherd. And the Black Shepherd Legend, as an individual, as a dog that's an individual, every dog's an individual just like you and I, right? Is a very high energy outflow dog that is now leaking real heavy. And I think it's more genetic than it is anything. Some dogs are more genetically predisposed to do that sort of thing, right? Ready? Get it. But when you don't do the right things, when that dog is young and you're not aware of it, and you don't mold, shape, and form that dog away from those propensities and get yourself some tools in the tool bag to deal with it, you're going to have a nut, okay? So what I did when I got Legend in the very beginning, Duque, good boy, come on, buddy, good boy. Give me a second, guys. Let me get back on screen here. When I first came out with Legend, I was more interested in getting Legend away from the food because the previous trainer does a lot of food luring, and the dog's whole development has been into this little niche of food development. So I wanted to get the dog out of that, and I wanted to see how it could do with reward placement. And you saw that whole series I was doing on reward placement using Legend. Duque, good boy, good. Get it. So in a nutshell, what that gave me is that coming out to the same place in the park with the toys, ended up putting an edge and a leaking edge on Legend that was through the roof. And now I started to be able to teach, I layered in all the reward placements behind the back, over the head, between the legs. They're all there now. But then I started to get, with that came a double-edged sword. On the other side of that came this energy level and this leaking that was going through the roof. So I said, wait a minute, I know I've got a problem here. I got to back off of that reward placement, back off the toys. That's in my tool bag. I can come back to it anytime I want to. But now I need to concentrate on teaching this dog to go from 1,001 to 0. You saw me doing that. I got all squirrely, nip the dog down, and then go to 0. Real soft, real easy, my energy level. So I'm dealing with the dog's emotional states of mind, right? Based on genetics, based on past development, that people don't even realize what they're doing, and they let this behavior just go through the roof. So I now am going out into public, and we're going to do that today. I'm going to do a lot of burning off of energy here and kind of more of a play, a little bit of structure, but we're heading to a Tractor Supply and Home Depot with this dog and with Legend, with a mission, with a plan in mind. Okay, with Legends, it's to bring him down to 0. When I go out in public, I've done that every time I go out in public. There's no ball games, there's no play. I keep it at a very low level, and I get the dog to work, and he falls right in line because he's in a different environment. Okay, so that allows me to get that dog's emotional state of mind to a different place based on environment, where we're at and what I expect out of the animal in that environment. When I come out to the park, it's nothing but, high energy outflow, looking up at me, doing the focused heel, and an energy level that's different, right? But you see what's happening? It's about environmental. It's about doing the same thing, the same pattern and routine in those areas that create this. That's why when we talk about off switch is a good example. Don't play with your dog in the house, especially you got a Malinois, a dog that's high drive in that regards anyway, right? Don't play with reindeer games in the house. Don't get him all excited and let him get that behavior set in the house, because now it's going to be a pain in the ass, right? And all that energy is there, and now what's he going to do with it when you're not home, or you've got him locked down or trying to get him a downstay or whatever? You're going to have to deal with that. But if you always come into the house, you always go to a calm, you always do your place, good boy, good, and you make the dog stay in those areas in that time frame and in that environmental context. Dogs are very orientated, context orientated, contextual. What happens when, at this time, all that matters to a dog. They're a very contextual animal, right? So if you do that at home, when you have a high energy outflow dog like a Malinois, and you make him go to place and he has a lot of downtime, a lot of relaxed and easy zero type of thing, and you never play any reindeer dames like we do out here in the park, the dog is going to have an off switch. He's going to be able to go into the house and just relax. My Malinois, Joker, he's a high energy outflow Malinois. That dog will eat you. He's got all kinds of great traits. I can take energy level and go up to the moon. When I go in the house, he just goes over and lays down in a corner. One of the most well-mannered dogs you'd ever see. Why? Because I've done things in the right context in these areas, right? So that's kind of what I'm trying to get at you right now. This morning, again, we're going to go to Home Depot and Tractor Supply. For the puppy, we're more worried about socialization, people, places, things, the jumble piles, getting the dog to be all over the place on things. Where did he go? Duke! He disappeared on me now. 2 seconds. I wasn't watching. Duke, there you go. It's good boy. Come on. He's out there runging around. There's nobody in the park this morning. It's all mine. I own it. All right, so that's my little yak session for today. I just told you what I'm going to do with Duke. I'm not going to really do much as far as showing you on camera. I've already yacked my time limit is ended. But in a nutshell, I hope I gave you something today that you can take away and learn and grow from as far as what I'm giving you. All right. I thank you very much. Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, signing off. Have a good day, guys.